Okay. Hello. I am back. We're gonna see if we can get this to work. Gonna see if I fixed the issue. Hello. Hello, everybody. I am back. We are back again. We are streaming again. Let me know if I fixed it. If I didn't fix it, I quite literally have no idea what the issue is. So feeling, we're gonna go in. You guys let me know if this is feeling better. I don't know, I'm a little bald right now like Slim Shady. This is still feeling... What is going on? You guys want to see if Potato Graphics fixes it? Who wants to see Paleo Pines on Potato Graphics? They're applied. Daitor. Wow. Isn't this great, guys? I swear if that fixed the stream, did that fix the lag? Are we having potato stream today? Oh no, that's terrible! The fact that that fixed it. Oh, that's so bad. Let's see if we can... Can we make it a little better? Not complete, okay? Are we having potato stream today, guys? Side note. Why? What's happening? Gotta get rid of this. Wow. This is gonna be a 10 out of 10 stream, guys. 10 out of 10. Chat, you're getting moved around. Okay. We're gonna... Does that make it better? Is that... Trying to find the sweet spot, guys. Okay. Okay, this is something. Leave that in the middle. Okay, okay. Let's see if this... Let me know if it's laggy. You got... It was ping pong, okay? Does this work? Does this work for you guys? Is it lagging? A tutorial on how the graphics settings in this game work is not what I thought today would be. Still lagging. We're gonna... Maximum patat. Retro stream. I don't understand why the shirt would be causing a problem, guys, but okay. I will change... I will change the shirt. We're just gonna do that entirely. We're just gonna reload this back up. I will not put my shirt on. Apparently that's a problem. I'm gonna sniff you guys again. Hold on. Y'all are stinky. We're gonna be naked. I tried. We'll put resolution scale like there. We'll leave field of view there. We'll go to medium. Go a little higher. No shirt. We're naked. See what happens. Is this better? Better? Still lagging? I swear if it was a shirt. It was the shirt? You're joking! Me putting clothes on causes lag? How does that even... I'm just gonna be naked forever, guys. I'm not allowed to have clothes. Never mind, there's never gonna be themed clothes. There's not gonna be Christmas outfits. I'm just gonna be naked. I'm gonna be an exhibitionist forever. I cannot believe it was the shirt! Alright. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that anyways, just because there's a PNG software that I've found that it has a little bit more tracking, a little more movement. It follows my mouse. So I was thinking about trying that one out. Also, Lemon Megalosaurus. I can't believe it was my shirt. You can't see my actual face right now, obviously. But I'm just like, you know that stare when you've got, like, you just got an ice cream cone and it just falls on the ground and you just stare at it? Like, you don't even know how to process. I feel like this is the load-bearing coconut. Load-bearing coconut. Which only people who are big into gaming stuff. Yeah, I'll probably troubleshoot it off of stream to see if it has to do... I may have sized the shirt wrong. I may have done it incorrectly in the program. I'll look at it later. But we're naked. We are naked today. I can't believe that shirt was making my game lag. You know what I'm gonna do? Now that we're back to normal. We're turning up the shadows again. Let me know if that lags. I'm so mad. A t-shirt. T-shirt. I'm not allowed to wear clothes. Well, that one's got a little heart on it. Okay. I'm gonna... Well, who wants to come over later and burn my clothes? Apparently, I'm not allowed to have them. Nah, it's all good. I'm just being, like, salty. Mostly for the bit. I'm not super upset about it. Look at that distance. I'll get it to work. I did it very kind of last minute. Oh yeah, it can probably be fixed. Turn all that back up. I'm gonna leave the max FPS there though, because we do not need a no cap limit to FPS. That's probably causing an issue anyways. Like, I probably needed to adjust some of those settings anyways, because why was I running my dinosaur game on ultra mega AAA graphics? I don't need that. Yeah, I'll look at it outside of stream. It probably will be fixed, hopefully by next stream. Purple. I've never seen a purple. But you guys got a sneak peek. Sneak peek on what's to come. Once I get this all figured out. And as we've talked about before, this is all a learning experience for all of us. A rare? Nope. That's cool looking. You're a really big dinosaur though, and I'm really trying to hold out for some ultra rares till we get some more space. Oh my gosh. This is related to the ultra rare dinosaurs. Yesterday, I was, doom scrolling as you do, and saw somebody else who plays this game. And you know what they found? The strawberry milkshake T-Rex. I was so mad, so jealous. Strawberry milkshake T-Rex is so cute. Okay. I think we've checked this whole area. I think I've checked this whole area. Yeah. A favorite dino on this file. Ooh. I'm particularly partial to 3 of them in particular, and they're all housed together. It's the polylesbian group, where we have 2 Ankylosaurus and a Triceratops, and it's a lesbian pride Anky, a coffee Anky, and then a bisexual Triceratops who all live together. Those are our girlies, and we love our girlies. Did we check the desert? Did I check the desert? I'm all messed up. We're gonna go check the desert again. So I'm a little bit partial to them. have to ask. So far, everybody who's like a returning viewer, what is your guys' favorite dinosaur on the file so far? It's like we've got Gengar the Stychrosaurus. We've got Lucky, obviously. We've got Barrel Bach, our loyal steed. We've got the Lesbian Trio. The Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus is pretty awesome. Lavender is adorable. I really cannot wait until we can see one of the, like, ultra rare of those, because I've not seen an ultra rare of them yet. We have a rare right now. We've got Ouranosaurus, our beloved bus. People have been loving the bus. Cart the Pachycephalosaurus. Running into things. Think of everything we have so many dinosaurs. We have Cheese, the Eupliocephalus. What is this? Glimpse Ranch yet. Well, now I'm wondering why my chat's not working. You guys should be showing up on the screen. Yeah, the Carno's super cute. I'm about to check it. I'm trying to... That whole situation just absolutely threw me off. Because now, like, none of my programs are working. We love it! Oh boy. We love when chat's not working. Pizza! Streamer scruff. That is true. The technical difficulties, the scruff, all that kind of stuff. Hold up, I gotta... It's on my other screen. I can't get to it right now. There we go. Yes, open that. I think because I reset my router in the hopes to figure out what was going on, it messed up my connection to stuff. So we're gonna figure that out. There we go. Yep, log in. Because I like having you guys on my screen. You guys get to say hi to YouTube and stuff. It is a really, like you said, it is a nice Carno. I want to check it really quick, because I'm trying to see if it's one of the fancy rare ones or not. You guys are going to get banged around again. Woo! Meow. Okay, okay. We'll see if that fixes it. Alright. Ooh. For 5 hours? I always try to double check all of my stuff before I start up, but apparently a t-shirt. I'll take. I messed that up already. Yellow, red, yellow, red, red. Hey, maybe they thought it was just a no talking stream. Red. Okay. Taking it. It was an ASMR no talking stream that time. Hey, there we go. Chat's working again. You guys are back. Welcome back. Ooh, it is the ocean. It's a really specific ultra rare I'm wanting though, so we're gonna wait. On a different note, how is the audio sounding on your guys' end for me? Now that we've got, you know, the visual part. I messed with the audio just a little bit. He's in. Oh yeah. The scratchy sucks. I moved you guys over to the other side of my keyboard so you weren't so close to my clicky clacky keys. Hold on, clicky clacky. And I changed my expander filter a little bit so that hopefully you're not sitting listening to me go ticky-tacky for half the stream. Ooh, why are we going that way? During nighttime. I love the blueberry velociraptor. It's so cute. I feel like I sized, just sitting here, like, brainstorming why that t-shirt caused everything to crash. I feel like possibly I sized the file wrong. Or because I did like a replacement sprite and didn't sync it up to everything else like I'm supposed to, it screwed with the program and was making it have a hard time. So that'll probably be something I look at later. I'll probably have to basically reconfigure the entire sprite from the ground up, rather than just replace one part. Which, if I'm going to be using a different program, which I did have somebody comment the name of a new program for me to try out that has that tracking, in my TikTok comments. So I will be checking that out in between streams, because if I can figure out how to have movement, a little bit more movement, before, you know, dumping a whole bunch of money into getting this set up for a proper... saving again, just to be sure. Before getting a proper tracking VTuber. Because I feel like what I'll do before I put a bunch of money into a proper tracking VTuber and the camera and everything that's needed for that is I'll work on getting a little bit of a PC upgrade so that my computer can handle it. So that there's no lag like what just happened. Everything will just run smoothly. Basically, prep before going full in. You have to step in the poop that I'm scooping up, my guy. You really like to do that. Let's get over here. We do have some really cute dinosaurs. Like, we've got Baggy over here, named after my cat. Ooh, PNG remix? Okay. I am trying to kind of stick with the free programs, just because... Oh, yeah, it's a... Pitacosaurus. Ooh, perfect. I will definitely I'll write that down. Hold on. I will remember later. So I'm writing that down on my phone real quick. Excuse me a moment. What was it called? PNG Remix? Gotcha. But part of the reason I'm trying to stick with free is part of my doing this. I have a lot of reasons why I stream. One of the big reasons is just I like streaming. It's fun. I think it's a lot of fun. But another thing is I'm purposefully doing the learning journey on stream for the most part with you guys. Because just kind of a show of you don't have to be perfect the first time around. You can just do it because it's fun. There are resources out there, there are things out there that you can do it for free on a less than perfect computer and just have fun with it. Like, yeah, maybe eventually you can start making money, but that's not really the purpose of streaming. The purpose of streaming is more to have fun, play games, hang out with people, and talk while playing games. Which is why pretty much all of... Once I do get affiliate, pretty much all of the proceeds from that will be going towards making the streams better for you guys. You guys poop again? I'm gonna have to check that. Oh, yeah, I have to check that. Because that's... I'm doing it to have fun with you guys. Oh, need to get you more food. Okay. Everyone's running out of food. I am. Everyone's starving. Oh, we have stuff to sell. So, the biggest next step would probably, like I said, be upgrading just a couple of things. Oh, GitHub. I know GitHub. My dad uses GitHub. Okay. I'll probably talk to him about figuring that out. He knows it a little bit better than me. That's my current plans for a lot of things. I'm gonna bring you with us today. Nice. That does make it nice and easy. I think my thought process is more so along the lines of, because he quite literally does coding for his job, if anything is confusing to me, he probably can explain it in a way that I understand, you know? I'll probably look at tutorials and whatnot too, just to see what, you know, other people are doing with it and how they're doing it. But yeah, thank you for that. I will definitely be checking that out. I feel like one of my streams just needs to be, like, me just going through programs on stream. Go through programs, go through tutorials, all that kind of stuff. money. I got no money. Planting stuff for money. Got none. Those peppers to finish up. Might do that later on. We get to the point where we're like end game dino hunting in this. Just like do one stream of this and then one stream of just art programs, messing around with stuff on the stream. Oh, it's a yellow one. You know. Crappy but realistic resources on how people suffer through programs. I say suffering. I enjoy learning all of the programs and stuff. Oh, hold on. But it's definitely like a lot. There's so many programs and so much to learn on them. Green tricycle. Another noble? What? Okay, I thought you were rare. Never mind. Brown T-Rex. If I do that though, I might have to do that as like a little just chatting like group stream with a couple of people. Probably from the Noodle server actually. Just get a couple other people in here and we can all just kind of mess around with programs to learn on stream while hanging out and chatting about, you know, streaming experiences and whatnot. I feel like that could be a lot of fun. It would be a... Ooh! Ooh, that took a second to spawn. I forgot the Carnotaurus are here in this season. I feel like it would also be a really fun, like... Which is something that the Noodle server does a lot. Really good networking streams. If I hosted one of those, I'd probably have to make a sit down beforehand and make everybody, you know, little PNG talker things. So, you might be right. I'm gonna have to go back and pee. They're over here. Oh my! Why is it pink? Why is it pink? I'm so glad you reminded me. I swear, if you reminded me and now we have an ultra rare. That was a long one. Purple. This would be such a good game for kids to play for, like, hand-eye coordination with the flute. I know this is the honeysuckle color, but I don't know what rarity the honeysuckle color is for the circle. So, take a nap. Take a nap. Take a nap. You can't see me, but I'm waving my hands like a character. Uncommon. Okay. It's an uncommon, but it's woods exclusive. We're trying really hard to stick to, like, rares and ultra rares. Just because if I grabbed every single common, uncommon, and everything that I love, you know what I walk? We wouldn't have room on the farm. Ever. I would be getting every dinosaur in this game. once I get to the point of actually starting to bring that, networking night idea to fruition, I'll have to go to the Noodle Network and talk to them about that. I think we have to clear that with them. Ow. Disappointing final day. Welcome back. We're just looking at dinosaurs. Friendly fire reminded me that there's Sarcos in the woods that I almost blasted past. We were chit-chatting about possible future event ideas for stream. Nice new fan that was so nice. Are you talking about a person? Or are you talking about like a fan? Like, 'cause it's hot outside. A person! Okay. Hello, new person. Hey, it's hot enough outside. If you were talking to a fan, I would not. Welcome back again. We're just running around checking dinos right now. We figured out what the lag problem was. It was my shirt. Everyone wasn't here at the restart of stream. It was my shirt. My shirt apparently took up all of the processing power of my entire computer. The shirt, unfortunately, was too swag, and it caused my computer to self-destruct. Oh yeah, the Allosaurus spawn is moving here. Oh, that's so cool! On one hand, I love interacting with people, like, in real life, especially if they recognize me from any of my, like, suiting content. But on the other hand, I have social anxiety. Like, it's one thing to be chatting with you guys behind a little character where you can't see my facial expression. So I don't have to worry about, dictating if I'm making the right expression or not, But in person, in real life, looking at your face, having to control my face, yeah. For some reason, that's just a really lot of work for me. Having to make sure that I'm making the correct micro expressions. I've quite literally had somebody yell at me that I was rolling my eyes when all I did was look at my feet and then look back at them. Like, how is that rolling your eyes? Discord reactive, so I'm gonna have a PNG for when they're talking all through. Ooh! Hold on. So back to my phone notes. Hold that thought. See, this is what I mean. We need a stream so that everybody else can learn about these sort of, cool stuff. Yeah, but you've only met me at, like, a convention. And that was before I started streaming. That was in, for anyone who's checked out my TikTok, I went to, Anthro, Ohio in my rabbit costume. Entity was also at Anthro, Ohio. I do go to conventions and whatnot, so if I ever post on, like, my socials that I'm going to a convention, and you guys are going there as well, absolutely try to hunt me down. Yes, I am awkward as all get out in real life. But that doesn't mean I don't want to say hi. Yeah, sure, hunt Entity down too. That might be trying to go on a cryptid search, but yeah, have fun. That's something that they do. That's kind of a thing in the Noodle Network as well. Which, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, the Noodle Network is the Discord server run by a gentleman named Scared and Clueless on Twitch, TikTok, and I think Instagram. That he runs it for the express purpose of Twitch networking. And that's just for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say the Noodle Network. That's what I am talking about. But in there's a rule of you can absolutely come and mention that you stream as well. Talk about your socials, plug yourself, and all of that. But absolutely don't be like trying to steal viewers. If you're actively streaming and you try to go into somebody else's stream and say, hey, I'm streaming, come to my stream, it's better, don't do that. I will probably mute you. But if you come in and say, hey, I have socials and stream on different days, or I also make content and you want to plug that, I don't mind. Absolutely do that. We're all here to support each other. Yeah, sorry about that, Anarchy. I just realized I was talking about it and didn't mention it. It's actually a really cool, pretty big Discord server that I hang out in a little bit. I lurk. I'm really bad about that. I lurk in like everything. Again, with that social awkwardness. I'm wasting timing. I'm waiting for anything to hit for the baryonyx. I have to go give people food. I forgot about that. But yeah, and his name is Scared and Clueless. He's on Twitch, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. And he does streams as well. I adore him. He's super goofy and he's super welcoming and friendly to like everybody. But along with kind of what I do with the trying to make it so that, hey, just because you feel like you can't do it because of this, that, or the other thing, doesn't mean you can't actually do it. You just gotta give it a shot. This thing is very big on the, hey, they say networking doesn't work to get people where they want to go. I'm gonna prove you wrong. So it's filled with a lot of other streamers who hang out and chat, give each other tips, tricks, and all kinds of different stuff to, you know, help each other grow. Going the wrong pen. And his server is very furry friendly. When I say that, I mean like he loves furries and fursuits and fursonas to the point where I'm surprised he doesn't have one yet. Because he just thinks they're awesome. Oh, yep, that Discord server space. Ugh. I don't want to talk about that. I lied. I really don't have that many Discord servers I'm in. Most of it's stuff related to assets that I've purchased in the past and games that I follow. Like, I'm in the Paleo Pines Discord server. And I lurk like crazy in there too. Most of the time I just sit and will be jealous of people who found cooler dinosaurs than me. I very rarely talk. Which, like I said, it's a really bad habit of mine. I should talk more. I should promote myself more. Wrong way. Purple. Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, that's super cool. That's what a lot of Discord servers should be, is a gathering of a community. People who like the same stuff, who just want to enjoy things and, you know, show it off to people who also like that stuff. Because sometimes people don't have that, you know, in their direct, in-person lives. Now that I took that t-shirt off, everything's running smoothly. I swear this whole stream is just gonna be me crashing out over the t-shirt. Haha. 2 crops have withered. Did I forget to water my crops yesterday? Yeah, I did. I don't really care. We gotta start redoing some of these crops anyways, so it's fine. Ooh, yeah, that's a really good use for a Discord server, to stay in connection with people. Like Discord, give it 20 years, 20 or 30 years, and Discord's gonna be the new equivalent to Facebook. Only the old people are gonna use it. Lag thing threw me completely off. I'm forgetting a thing. Ah! You guys good? You guys are good. I understand that none of you have food. I'm working on it. And no, don't steal him. Do not steal Willie. I forgot what we named him. Thought he was Timothy for a second. Timothy is that one. I will say though, I get it. The boss coloration on the Dilo is so clean. Like, it looks so nice. We have a bunch of dinos who are having problems because I have no food. I don't know what I'm doing. Doesn't trust me. Okay. Oh, lavender's pretty great. We love lavender. Friendly fire, I have one that I feel like you're going to like a lot more than the boss. I got the Taffy Deinonychus. The Taffy Deinonychus is an ultra rare coloration of Deinonychus. So where are you going? Oh, I thought you were carrying a pencil. Like, this little guy is so hard to get. Okay, I need to go through my stuff. I need to see if I have anything I can sell to get money, because I'm a little desperate. I need food for the dino. No, that's not. He wasn't a helper before the other two. The other two were helpers first, so they got assigned first. I think he only just became a helper. It's not pretty privilege! He is very pretty, but it's not pretty privilege. Oh, that's what my dog has. My dog has pretty privilege because despite being over 7 years old, he constantly gets mistaken for a 2-year-old puppy because he's pretty. He gets fancy food. That dog eats better than me. For reference, my dog is a 7-year-old pit staffy mix who had his bits until he was 2 years old. So the hormones that he got through his body for the first 2 years of his life made it to where he's very lean and he's very muscular. But he is a tuxedo kitty mix, and he is allergic to beef. Now, when a dog is allergic to beef, that means that you're going to be feeding him like chicken and lamb and salmon, which is a lot better for him in general than beef would be. And on top of that, I have friends who own chickens. So whenever I end up over at said friend's house, and this is multiple friends by the way, I end up with a dozen eggs coming out the door with me. Now, I cannot eat that many eggs, but I will take these farm fresh from chicken to my hands eggs, and I will put them on his food because raw eggs are really, really good for high muscle density dogs like pit mixes. On top of that, his food is also the high protein mix because he is a high muscle density dog. And now my father-in-law has given us pork chops that he can't eat, so those are being cooked up and fed to him, so he's getting pork chop additives. He eats ridiculously well for a dog. And so does my cat. My cat also gets the fancy toppers, and he gets little. I cut them up really, really tiny because he has a bad habit of not chewing things when he's supposed to because he gets too excited. So they get chopped up tiny, of the pork chop as well. And he also, as a cat, has a high protein mix. My animals will always eat better than me, 9 times out of 10. The only times they don't is when I'm giving them, crappy, fat-filled treats. But those are treats. The treats I get for myself are also crappy, fat-filled treats. I'm not gonna make my animals suffer through health treats when I'm sitting there eating chocolate cake. I feel like that seems, rude. Where did you poop? Way over there where I can't see. But by the same token, I have chocolate cake, once a month if I'm lucky. Or like sweet treats of that variety. So they're not getting a whole lot. Who else has 2 dinos? Lesbians. Now, question for the room. What's y'all's favorite sweet treat? What is something that no matter what, if it is offered it to you, you will eat it? Ice cream. What flavor though? So I know it's not just whatever. What flavor? Banana Laffy Taffy. Cookie dough is banger. I actually, friendly fire, fun fact about Banana Laffy Taffy for you, and most flavors of banana candy specifically. They are not based off of what we know as bananas today. They are based off of a form of banana that has been extinct for over, I want to say, 80 to 90 years now. So this is a type of banana that doesn't exist anymore and hasn't for a long time. So that artificial banana flavor, if you ever wonder, hey, why does it taste a little bit different than normal banana? That's why. It's not a normal banana. I learned that, you guys remember How It's Made? The show? I think they still, like, do reruns of it. There was an episode of How It's Made that was about, how candy was made. And that was one of the, little fun facts that they had about the candy. And I think that's the only one. Lavender, I love you. But stop that! Yeah! The reason it tastes fake, and it's not fake, it just is based off of an extinct banana. And I don't remember if it was How It's Made. I'm pretty sure it was off of How It's Made. Why is everyone struggling? Where is it? You're standing on it again. Not alternate reality. Just extinct forever. It was a type of banana that naturally was sweeter than naturally occurring bananas, which the naturally occurring bananas that we eat today have actually been selectively bred for length and sweetness over time. It's not that old. It said like 80 years, guys. We're getting up to like maybe 100. Ooh, the peppers are dead. Ooh, we have money. It's more closer to like, I think the Tasmanian devils. Or the Tasmanian tigers. Because they went extinct like, what, 100-ish years ago? Tasmanian banana. It is not that. You can look up the species of banana. They were, which of course I can't show you because I have a VTuber. They were small. If you take like your pointer finger and your thumb and stretch them out about as far as they can, that's about how big these bananas were. They were shorter and thicker around, but they were sweeter. which there's also a species of banana that can only be found in certain areas of the world that are actually, if I remember correctly, from what I've been told, obviously I've not tried one. One, I hate bananas. I have a texture problem. Bananas make me gag. But two, it's in countries that I have not visited. But there's supposedly a specifically grown type of banana that tastes like ice cream, just straight off the vine. Or tree? I think they're a tree. Growing tree. Kind of like pineapple's technically a bush. And for those who didn't know, yes, pineapple comes off of what's considered a bush. Why am I running away without running? As y'all hang out more, you will learn over time that I know a really lot of random stuff. But at the same time, if you guys do research and come back to me and say, hey, what you said about this is not necessarily correct, I am 100% open to listening because my information may be outdated. A lot of this is stuff that I read when I was a kid, which means it's probably been anywhere between 5 to 10 years since I learned this information. It is probably outdated. The banana one I don't think is. Bananas being extinct can't really, become not extinct. I mean, a bird did it. I guess a banana could too. Sell you some poop. The comment on the dinosaur banana has me thinking. Was there like, the ancestor to the banana alive growing during the dinosaur time? What would it have looked like? Would it be gigantic? Would it have been like a banana big enough to like be a baseball bat? Would have been something else that grew in a tree. Maybe like a smaller berry. Because believe it or not, a banana is classified scientifically as a berry. So are pineapples. Pineapples are actually multiple berries. They're just so clustered together that they become indistinguishable from one large individual fruit. Plants are weird. So are animals. Slacking. You guys have any fancy fun facts about plants or animals or megafauna or dinosaurs? Since we're on that topic. Need some water, that's what I need. You guys got moved away from my keyboard, but you got moved next to my computer. Try not to set it down too hard or blast your ears off. You know what I just realized? A couple of you know what I'm talking about. Yodasaur. This one right here, this gray. This would make such a nice concept for like a frill neck granite Yodasaur. feel like that could be so cool. I should probably go out of my way since I am, a species creator. I make a couple of adoptables of this species. Kind of get them out there a little bit more. I feel like it could be fun. I'll have to, go through streams. Stuff with paleo times to do stuff based off of. Willy will. Another honeysuckle. Pop up here with the carnivore. Ooh, it's the pretty sky blue one. And here. Little chocolate guy. This is gonna be flooded. The vanishing water. Thompsonathus. I want like a melanistic or an albino one. These guys are so cute. And I feel like an albino one would be super cute. I actually don't know what the ultra rares outside of albino and melanistic of those are. I kind of want to check that out after stream, just to refresh myself. Nothing there. There we got a big green Tyrannosaurus. We have a portal Tyrannosaurus though. Hey, it's the daily color again. Timothy's cousin. Up here. I hope someday I'll be able to find the Tama Bloom Theriznosaurus. I don't know if I ever will, but I hope someday I can find the Tama Bloom. I actually have stream art of the Tama Bloom. I think for some reason it's probably not working right now. It hates me. Like, that's just, it hates me. I feel like 90% of the struggle a lot of streamers talk about with streaming is just their programs hating forever. Maybe with that little networking thing, I can get you scared and clueless himself. How cool would that be? Of course, that is, wishful thinking. He streams a lot more, is a lot busier. So. Cool idea. You guys think we're fast now. Wait till we get the Allosaurus kitted up and ready to go. What's that little brown one? I want to try that. Purple, blue. You'd think with how many spawns of this dinosaur there are, you'd have a higher chance of getting some ultra rares. But I don't actually know. I don't think I've ever actually seen an ultra rare of these guys. Okay. Just saying, he's uncommon. Cute. After this day, we're gonna make a little progress on we need stone tablet. We gotta find all the pieces of. Well, we can grab. I think I have access to it. I think I have access to it. Grab that one, and then there's one more stone tablet we need for that. Yep. I have access to it. Not. Get access to it real quick. And then I might go looking for some of the other stone tablet pieces. We're actually really, really close to having Parasaurolophus. I've been putting it off a little bit because I've been doing other quests. Going on a bit of a slow walk. Cappuccino is not a speed dinosaur. Just like myself. Not a speedy dinosaur over here. The tail wig, I know. It reminds me a little bit of like a slinky. Like boingy, 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 boingy. It's so cute. gonna take a minute to get out there. Wait till we can ride the Allosaurus. Tail wiggle on him is ridiculous. Like, it's so fast. Get this all cleared up and ready to go. You're joking. I need a smasher too? Look at that. I want to go check the baryonyx. We got Sloth. Back home, Cappuccino, let's go. Go to bed. And we'll bring Gengar with us. Or do we want to bring Violet, the Triceratops? Who do we actually have that does that? You're a rock smasher. You're a rock smasher. We need a tree smasher. Ankylosaurus is a tree smasher. Okay, we'll have to bring Ankylosaurus with us. so many of these. You. Water the plant. Seeds. Money. Normally better at this with the farming, guys. Do not do what I'm doing with the slacking the farming. One crop ready. We're actually gonna spend the whole day running around on Latte because we are going to be scouring out there for things to pick up. Fragments, little pot pieces, little paper pieces. That. All over everything. Find a bunch of these artifacts that'll open up some more quests. That will finish up some other quests. I've been neglecting this because I know it's a bit of a grind to go around and find here. Some of the things are so easy to miss. All of the Viridian Valley is going to be scoured before I touch the forest or the desert. Now we are. So here. Through here. Orange house. There's another piece. Those raspberries apparently do not have yet. Oh, there's a dreamstone there. No wonder I heard sparkling. There's another piece over there. Log smashing to do here, which is why we brought him. A lot of the places that I can't get to are log smashing. have to go to the vessel. Trinket thing. Fragments. Yeah, fragments. The warher noises are incredibly adorable. I love the cherry one. I love the red. The red is so I don't think there's anything back here with you guys, but I'm not gonna neglect. If you asked us earlier, apparently we're just gonna have a nice, chill, hunt and find day today. No, totally okay with. Hopefully nobody else is falling asleep. Never mind the fact that I'm over here yawning. We might actually, just because we're doing this so we don't miss too much. I don't want us to miss too much. Make the day a little more. I'm not against it. But, here. No reason to stress. These to be part of a broken stone tablet. Never mind the fact that in my book it's called Ancient Stone Tablet. Don't worry about that. Be part of a broken stone tablet? Again, I don't know. Is it maybe called Ancient Stone Tablet? Part of the puzzle. Well, that's how many I'd missed. there's a Fort Corythosaurus over there. You guys see that? The gray one? Oh, the seafoam with the yellow crown. Oh my gosh, I love that one so much. I've gotten it so many times on this file. I just, like I said, I'm really, really trying to limit myself to, like, the ultra rares. Oh, the new pattern! You're right! You know the pattern that I am absolutely going to be hunting? Like a rabid dog when it comes out. It's the new mega pattern. The one that makes it look like a cow. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with it. I can't wait to see it with other colors outside of the one it currently is getting. It's so cute. Okay, I got it. Pause and go back. Up. And the new pattern for the baryonyx, the wasp. Oh my god. It looks so good. I'm so jealous of the people who are able to get into the new color stuff because it looks so good and they're all so cute. Ah, rude. Can't get back there. I have to repair this. What do you need to repair? But also, like, that's really awesome. I'm so jealous, and I totally am happy for you, bump face. And I'm totally glad that you were able to do that. Angry, salty, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so appreciative that you helped out to, you know, pay for this new DLC. I say as I sit and with an angry face that you can't see. Oh, thank you! I was able to contribute a little bit. I got the exclusive poster. I think my name is, like, in the credits. I'm stuck. And I say all of this, of course, with utmost love and kindness. That doesn't mean I don't wish it was me. But then again, it's probably a good thing that it wasn't me, because I probably would have made, like, a Baja Blast dinosaur. Which, as cool as that would have been, probably not the best idea. I feel like everyone would have loved my Baja Blast dinosaur. Baja Blast Spinosaurus. Which, by the way, I say knowing full well that I don't like Baja Blast. I'm sorry if it means anything. I'm making myself eepy. We're doing a hunt and find stream, so I have to go slow, but that just means that we're so chill and we're so relaxed. like I said, I had a couple of ideas because I did some like color additive. I wish that the Tama Bloom color was on other dinosaurs. I would have really loved if it was on like the Compsognathus, so that we could have Big Eggy and Little Eggy. I also probably would have done some, like, I don't know. I had a number of ideas. Like I said, I had the Baja Blast coloration that I was checking out. I had, like, some red and black colorations that I was thinking about. Do you remember I say remember like it didn't just come out like a week ago. The Dimetrodon sleeping on the pop-in pin for the physical rewards. I will say I am proud to say I was there during the brainstorming of that, and I was one of the people that was in voice chat while they were designing the line art for it, helping to come up with ideas. So I got to see it before it got released. And it was a lot of fun to sit and like talk with, I think, Amy about that. And like I had brainstorm and troubleshoot possible idea stuff. Like it was a lot of fun. The whole process of this DLC has just been tons of fun, because they've made it just seriously so interactive for the player base. I think, Friendly Fire, I was actually there when you were talking about wanting to do an Appaloosa-style dinosaur too. Like the horse or cow-looking theme. I think I was there when you were talking about doing that. I think I may have changed my name slightly since then. But I've been in the Paleo Pines server for a minute, so... Scour the desert. Yeah, I knew it was somebody's idea. Somebody talked about stealing it if that person didn't use it. Which makes me think that was you. Are you a thief? You a thief, Friendly Fire? You stealing people's ideas with no credit? No, I'm so happy it made it to the game. I was absolutely loving that idea, and I'm so happy that it made it into the game. Oh, everybody's falling asleep. I didn't even see your message, Entity. Everybody's falling asleep. It's sleepy time stream. Everybody's taking a nap. Don't come to my stream if you're sleep deprived. You will not be staying awake. Oh, we got a coffee carnivore. Got the Dino Designer, not Ultimate, but I def mentioned a few times that if my color can be added for whatever reason, I would want to use other people's ideas because there are so many good ones to share. There were so many good ones. I had too many and didn't have a solid one that I wanted to do. I just really liked adding... I did a lot of the line art stuff. Oh, here's the thing. I don't remember this. There was the leaf tattoo. Okay. The leaf tattoo with the dinosaur heads, there's an invisible wall there for some reason. That was done in server a while back, with a couple of requests done with like the Utah Raptor and the T-Rex. It was a while ago, but there was, you know, a couple of those tattoo line art ideas done with permission to use the line art from the PaleoPines line art. If you remember that, that was me. I did those per request because I had done one with the Theriznosaurus for myself and people really seemed to like them. So I did a couple of others, including the Utah and the T-Rex, so that other people could have them as well. Everyone seemed to like the idea of like the cute little head tattoo with the PaleoPines designs. I don't post as much as I used to in the server, but I still try to like keep an eye on stuff and lurk. Yeah, there was so many good ones that were shared. I love that a bunch of them got in, but like I do kind of wish more got in. Yeah, like I said, it was a while ago. I did those designs a while ago for people. I need to do a couple more. I just need to like carpet bomb and do every dinosaur in PaleoPines, especially with the Spinosaurus now. I need to do one for the Spinosaurus, absolutely, hands down. I gotta double check, make sure I still have like permission to use it, just so I'm not, you know, overstepping. Campaign kind of burned out after all the excitement. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too, which is why I'm like, I need to start talking in the server again. Engagement and whatnot. Just because after all that excitement and all the creation and all the everything, I felt, as you said, burnt out. But now that the big part of the update's right around the corner, I'm getting majorly hyped again. Can we not get stuck on a tiny little... I'm actually gonna stop. That's fine. Never mind. Fix this up for us. Based on the activity in the server after the campaign, I feel like a lot of people kind of took a break. Like it felt, you know, not dead, but just, you know, slower. Which the only thing I can hope is that didn't like discourage the devs or anything, because the devs were super crazy hyped up too, and I'm like, I just hope that didn't discourage the devs or cause any issues there. They've been doing absolutely phenomenal. Everything they have added so far has been amazing, and I cannot wait to see the rest of it. so excited for the poop scooping, for the new colors, the new decorations. I'm gonna be super real, we're probably gonna hit bedtime warning today. I have the lost reference on it. Just because we're really scouring. Yeah. I will say the no glasses is kind of sucky. I agree, I wish there was some. I don't even really have glasses in real life. I don't wear them as often as I probably should. Because they're like reading glasses I have to wear for certain stuff, and when you're somebody who, you know, fursuits, you should probably wear them. But I like, you know, putting glasses on my hair. I think it looks cute. It's fun. I do think they're adding more hairstyles, though. I don't know where. Oh, why are you up the stairs, my guy? Are you stuck? Hello, buddy? I'm just trying to think now. Facial hair would look so cute. Oh, yeah. I kind of get that, but at the same time, there's very few situations where you even have to, like, follow an NPC anywhere, let alone have them ride. So that one I kind of get. It would be fun, but I do kind of get it. You're all good. You enjoy your food. I think we've got... I normally stream till about 9 o'clock, so another 40-ish minutes. Probably gonna take that first bit of stream and take clips from it to make jokes about, you know, Lil wearing a t-shirt. Oh, I need a rock smash. Okay. I can get rid of the log. And we're gonna rock smash. Yes, we're gonna see if we can make it back home in time, and we'll just start from there tomorrow. We didn't do dino search today, but I'm not super stressed about it. We've not had any major ones. Yeah, I get that. Like I said, there are some situations where it kind of feels like they could ride on it, especially, like, you know, if you have a T-Rex. Everybody can fit on that. At least 2 people can fit on that. But at the same time, like, yeah, I understand the thought process. Kind of making the dinosaurs specific to just, you know, your character. Or, I don't know, not even necessarily have them ride your dinosaur, but pretty much everyone has a dinosaur that they can ride outside of Grandma Agami. But she doesn't do a whole lot of running around, so that's fine. But, like, say you're doing a cutscene with Mari and Owen, why can't they ride on, like, Paprika and Bongo? Have a cutscene where you're on your dinosaur and they're on Paprika and Bongo. Or, like, they come into your farm during some cutscenes, they're running into your farm, why aren't they on Paprika and Bongo? It was a solid day of exploration, though. Solid day. But at the same time, I also understand, like, why they didn't do it. Pen is dirty. Finish up chores. I'm gonna grab triple duty here, guys. I'm gonna grab a rock smasher and a tree smasher. Actually, just a rock smasher. Needs help. Cheese. And the fruit. I wonder if Violet is able to come back. Yeah! Triceratops, let's go. Clean up the farm again. I gotta get you some food. I'll get you some food. Should have stuff to sell again. I'd like to just point out really quick, my player is flexible. Like, straight up doing the splits. You guys imagine doing that on a daily basis? Just straight up doing the splits on the back of your dinosaur? Or do we want to take Tart out? Alright, guys. Do we want to take the Triceratops or do we want to take Tart? The Pachycephalosaurus. We got Violet and we got Tart. Never actually taken a Pachy out, so I kind of want to do the Pachy. Oh my god, the booty wiggle! Sorry, guys. I'm deciding for us. We're taking the Pachy out. He's too cute. We gotta water their crops first. But that wiggle is too funny. love his chunky little feet too. Oh my gosh. He's so cute. Back to the desert. That's where we left off yesterday. He's concentrating. Look at him. Look at him go. Such a serious little dude. I checked up here. Ooh, and that's why we do. There's a dreamstone here. Got so many dreamstones now, it's so nice. So serious. So serious. For a bald little dude, he's so very serious. Feels so small. Alright. Left off over here. Have that worked out. Ooh, more dreamstone. Funny cactus guy. Schmack it. Good job, Kurt. Artifact fragment. And we got another dreamstone. Cheese needs more food. Bring it I was gonna say, where's the Allosaurus? Makes funny noise. I'm gonna go down here and check this out. think we got this written down. I think that's missing 2 limestone, a bunch of amethyst, and a bunch of wisdom cards. I think most of those are in the forest. Historic places. Need 2 more of those. 4 more of those. 1 more of those. Ancient tablet. We got all the pieces of that. Another ancient tablet fragment. Tapestry fragment. We're missing pieces. Okay. Missing 8 of those. I think a lot of these are in the forest. So our next goal is to go to the forest. We gotta speak to Marlo and we need to go to the forest. If I remember correctly, one of the pieces is behind the what is it? The windmill. And we gotta fix that. We gotta talk to Marlo before we can fix We're off to town real quick. We're off to the forest. In town. What's up? Do I have your wood for you? Oh, it's the, Shenanigans coming back. Okay, we gotta go meet up with him in the evening. Pebble Plaza? We get the plant. They're 500 apiece. Now we need... Oh, more carrots going. More money. Is it your allergies or is it the game? Or is it a combination of the two? Both. Well, I am okay. If I end up becoming famous because I become people's sleepy streamer, fine. I'll take it. Eyes itched in the music, yeah. Just wait till I start doing the storytime stream. Oh, Spooky Carno, yes. That is a valid choice for Carno. Oh, storytime streams are gonna be a specific thing down the road that I do. Where I will be trying to get my hands on some of my childhood storybooks, which are not exact. Some of them were not as child appropriate as people try to make things nowadays. Like the OG Curious George stories. If any of you know anything about that, those were actually surprisingly dark because Curious George got himself into a lot of trouble a lot of times. Or like, if any of you know Where the Sidewalk Ends, that's a collection of poems that some of them were kind of dark. They weren't like the Brothers Grimm level dark, but they were, some of them were on the, you know, spooky innuendo side of things. There was also, I'm trying to think of other stuff. The original Curious George stories, Where the Sidewalk Ends. There was one where it was a collection of stories, and that included one, it was called The Stinky Cheese Man, but it was a collection of multiple children's stories. It was like children's stories gone bad, basically. One of them was, you know, The Gingerbread Man, but it was The Stinky Cheese Man. So, a lot of it's very much like, there's a lot of them that kind of make you go, what was the person who wrote this thinking? But at the same time, they're still, you know, fun stories. And they're still, at the most, PG. Not even PG-13, PG. There's no real vulgarity in them. There's nothing like, actually like, hey, this person got their head chopped off. They're just like, okay, I guess we can go that direction with it. But I liked them a lot. And that was like Where the Sidewalk Ends and The Stinky Cheese Man. But Curious George was more of a situation of, those were written, the original stories of Curious George were written quite a while ago. So the tone of the stories itself was very different. Because the stories are much older. So over the years, and with the popularity of Curious George, they have been censored or sanitized for the more modern audience. But the original Curious George stories, bro literally breaks into a hospital, terrorizes the hospital, falls off of a ladder, and breaks his arm. And like, there's no blood or anything, but all of this is depicted in the story through images by the original author for when the story was written. Yeah, which the new Curious George took it as more of a, oh, oopsie, he got into a little accident and now his arm's broken and we're gonna use this as a, we're not gonna super show the accident. We're just gonna kind of like imply that he got hurt. But now we're gonna use this as a, ooh, look, we're in the hospital now and we're gonna show off Curious George being curious about the hospital, which, that's fine, that's totally fine, I get it. Those old stories were very, very on the nose. So I totally get that maybe they aren't as appropriate as they used to be. But I do like the original Curious George stories because as a weirdly curious and overly analytical child, I enjoyed stuff that was just straight to the point on the nose like that. Because it didn't in my overly curious brain, it was either you tell me straight up what's gonna happen, or I'm gonna test it out myself. So the story saying, hey, if you be a rambunctious little gremlin and go out of your way to cause problems, you're gonna get hurt. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's really clear cut. That's really on the nose. So me at 6, 7, 8 years old, where I was like, no, I need a reason why I'm not supposed to do that. I need reasoning. You can't just say because I said so. You can't just say because it's bad. No. Give me a reason why I'm not allowed to do that, or I'm going to find out why myself. That gave me a reason. Hey, don't do that. You're going to break your arm. I've been hydrating periodically, but yes, and I totally understand modern things have changed and maybe not every kid needs things to be nearly that on the nose like I did. But I do feel like there are, some kids that still do need that. Especially if we're talking, the autistic community. Give the autistic kids the original Curious George book. They need a reason. They need a why. They need reasoning behind why they aren't allowed to do that. Curious George book gave a very clear reason as to why you're not supposed to do that. Just because, that's the way they learn. There's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like that's one of those books that, if brought back, would be very beneficial to kids who learn a certain way, or, the ones that ask questions. Tons of questions. They want a reason. Give them the old books. Gives them a reason. Why am I documenting this? Oh, it's a peach tree. Okay. And I'm not condoning giving children the Brothers Grimm book. Do not give children the Brothers Grimm book. This stuff's traumatizing. Like I said, take the Curious George book. It'd be super beneficial to kids who learn best the hard way, basically. There's a couple of other books as well that I want to add to it. Can't think of them all. Some poem books. Poems are always nice. When it comes time to do that, I am also 100% open to suggestions from you guys. If you guys have any ideas for things from your childhood that you would love for me to read out loud in probably a little bit more of a hushed tone than I normally use on stream, almost like, reading you a bedtime story, please feel free to let me know. those are just, you know, the two that I've got off the top of my head. I need to get some longer form stories. I'll probably be trying to track down some, you know, English retelling of some international stories. I've got a couple of, like, you know, I went to China when I was younger, about 12. So I'll probably look for some stories from when I went there to add to the readings. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, ideas, comments, concerns, absolutely let me know. We'll make a list. And same as all my other videos, I'm behind, honestly. But same as most of my other videos currently, they will be uploaded to YouTube, so if you enjoyed them, you can go back, listen to them again. It's not gonna be like super on the point ASMR level. But like I said, it'll be kind of a hushed tone reading the stories. Forest is gonna be the worst one to find. So the light coming through. Hello, yes. It's not a historical location, this rock. No? Okay. Never mind then. Oh yeah, walking around like this will be great for leveling up card. Piece over there. We got 2 pieces. Let's go. Still need more ancient tablets. Still need more clay fragments, more statue, another artifact, another tapestry fragment. I think the last piece of the artifact actually comes from a quest. I think we're done with this area. Which this is a really, really amazing showcase of all of the lovely, lovely areas and little sneaky pieces that are all over this game. That I probably could have done earlier. didn't. And now we're gonna spend all the cream just I don't get like every single piece by the end of this shower. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I'm gonna have to pull up a map. Like I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna pull up a map. Because if I can't find them, I don't know where they are. The only piece that I can say, oh, I'm not going to be able to find it at all, is that little, like, techie piece bit. And that's because that's part of a quest. And I know that's part of a quest. But outside of that, if I can't find it, I don't know. It doesn't exist. It's in the water, it's in the lake. Dinosaur ate it. I don't know where things are. I don't even know where things are in my house. I have the directional sense of a chicken nugget. You want me to find things? You're funny. We're gonna be talking to Zara for like 3 years because of all of the stuff we're discovering. We gotta backtrack a little bit. We gotta check the rest of this area. We gotta go pop up the Brontosaurus area. We gotta pop up to Marlowe's area. Zara is the historian. Or no. So she's the one that we gotta talk to get all the information on everything. Because we're finding so much stuff, we're gonna be sitting there telling her about all of it. We're like, oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's cool. Hey, by the way, that's cool. Did I tell you? In fact, that's cool. 3 years. I hope you guys like Zara. I like her. I think she's cute. I love that she has a headscarf, and I love that she's like short girl wrapped. I also love that she unapologetically just hangs around her house eating snacks all day while you go and find stuff. Like she's not doing nothing. She's helping you, but at the same time, she's like, I'm tired. I'm just gonna hang out. Like I adore Zara. And this is just a personal thing. And I am not, you know, of that religion or that faith. I know it spans a couple, I believe. But I love headscarves. I don't like them on myself because I get really, really itchy on my head if something's on my head, so I can't really wear hats or anything. But I love headscarves. They're so pretty. And some of the fabrics and patterns and like intricate fancy things they do with them is just gorgeous. Or like they use the headscarf to accentuate their makeup that's just gorgeous. Like they're always breathtaking. Like in a very like artistic appealing kind of way. Like they're just gorgeous. Ah, Spooky Carno! I'm getting distracted. Carno! I think I've searched this area sufficiently. Hopefully. Welcome back. You missed out on me rambling about multiple things. I'll give you a minor recap. Headscarves are pretty. Everybody loves Zara because she's a mood. And if you have suggestions for stories, long form or short form, that you would like me to read down the road, please let me know. And any other comments and concerns can also be directed at me. Because I don't have a PR department. I am the PR department. Hi, how's it going? Okay, we're on to horror stories. Okay, that's gonna depend just a little bit. Because I am a big, fat wimp. So, if we're doing, like, stuff that can be interpreted as horror, totally. If we're doing straight up horror, I'm also trying to keep things very storybook vibe. Like, stories from your childhood you always wanted read to you, but you never were able to. Or ones that you used to get read to you when you were, like, little and stuff, but now you're, you know, older and you want a little bit of that, you know, nostalgia feel. I'm trying to go with, you know, that kind of vibe, you know what I'm talking about? I'm not trying to cause everyone to poop in their pants, you know? I already have to clean up enough poop on this farm. I don't need to clean up your guys' poop. But if you have children's storybooks, or at the most, like, PG-13 books, and that's iffy, that really depends, because there are some PG-13 things that are PG-13, and there are some that are like, ugh. Hmm. They were a little relaxed with the age range of this one, for sure. Ooh, Dr. Seuss would be good. I think I have green eggs and ham still. I have a, little witch book that would work good. That's kind of about, it was about, winning against your school bully, basically. I have, a little dog one that I've kept since forever that has been weirdly important to me. Oh, you know what long form book I would absolutely read that is not standard reading anymore, but it quite literally, for a lot of people, like, changed their perspective on life? And it's like PG. The Phantom Toll Booth. Have any of you guys read that anytime recently? A dog one that reading it now. Yeah, there's some books that when you're a kid they have a very different. But yeah, there's one called The Phantom Toll Booth. That there's no cussing, there's no any sort of like major things with it, but it just the whole book is about the concept of wasting time. And the concept of like what's important in life and what's not important in life, and how wasting time can cause regrets, and like it's a super good book, and definitely has some really good points to it that I feel like if I did that one, it would be really good. Because it like I said, there's no nudity, there's no vulgarity, there's no nothing. So it's completely, God, I read it when I was like 12. Like, it's kind of like those Curious George books. It's not up to modern day standards, but I'm not going for modern day standards. I'm going for what we read as kids. And I'm not talking specifically my age range. I'm mid-20s. I'm talking anybody. 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Give it to me. I'll read it. But the Phantom Toll Booth will be added as probably the long form book that's used. Because that one's like 20 chapters? Something like that. It's a long book. We'll go. Alright. But with that, it is about my normal stopping time. Convenient that I just finished looking up a whole bunch of stuff. So we're gonna call it for today. We did a ton of progress on artifacts, which is going to finish probably a ridiculous amount of quests for us, or kind of get us caught up with some quests. And I will be streaming again on, let me think, I believe Tuesday? I'm trying to think of my schedule. I will be streaming again on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, per the usual. I will be uploading this to YouTube, as per usual. I am a little bit behind, but it will end up on YouTube eventually. Still working on getting that on schedule as much as my streams are. And with that, that was a very productive stream. I am Macchiato the Geodasaur. And thank you everyone who came to stream. Thank you everyone who was patient with the load-bearing t-shirt fiasco. I will figure that out off stream. I promise. Load-bearing t-shirt. Great time. But thank you to everyone who came by. Thank you to everyone who hung out. And everyone have a wonderful night. I will see you next time.